sorry for the sunglasses. I tried to make this video a second ago and I was way too squinty. So I have to tell you something that I wasn't really sure how to make this video. So it's the story I'm going to tell you, it mattered greatly to me, mattered a lot to the kids who come to my center. And for some of you, it might not mean anything at all to you. I'm a huge animal lover, had a couple of dogs, and grew up with animals my whole life. So animals have just been always in my orbit, always. And I have a dog, a little dog named Sadie, who we used to bring to the center a lot. Sadie was a Cavapoo, and she used to help teach social skills. She would come and she would interact with the kids and was never trained as a therapy dog, but honestly, she was just a natural and just did it on her own. She knew who to go approach, who not to approach. She just knew it and inherently knew how to interact with kids. And she was just somebody who I used as certainly entertainment for the kids because they loved her. And she was just so sweet and knew that she was totally safe. They were totally safe with her. And she was just an important part of the center. The kids who knew her, they knew her well. They knew what she liked. She knew the toys she liked. They knew how to give her treats. They knew her tricks. She knew sign language. She just had all these special goodies, things like that. About 3 weeks ago, Sadie got really sick, really fast. And she passed away really, really fast within like a day. She was like literally playing fetch one night and she was gone the next afternoon. Devastating to me and my family. I shared this information with the kids who knew her over the summer, the kids who were involved in the summer program. And there was one person who was not with us over the summer who knew both my dogs really well. My other one is right here. See if I can pick her up at some point. This is my Tessa. And he didn't know that she had passed away. So I did want to tell him that. And so I said, I need to tell you something. And the tone of my voice, like he knew I was going to tell him something that maybe wasn't good or maybe something that was serious or sad. He could just tell. So he wanted to avoid conversation. So it actually took quite a bit of work to get his attention to be able to say, hey, I need to tell you something. And so I did tell him and changed the subject right away. Now, I can tell you that this person has spent a lot of time with both my dogs. And so I understand that was probably upsetting for him to share that. But the only thing about that is that when someone tells you something important to them and sad to them, just changing the subject, even though that feels most comfortable for you in that moment, that's probably not the right thing to do given the conversation. So as hard as it is, it's one of those things where you kind of have to go, oh, I'm really sorry. Do you want to tell me what happened or something like that? And so we changed our lesson yesterday to really focus on truly being present for people, even if it feels uncomfortable for you, even if it feels like they're telling you something that you really don't even want to hear. You don't want to, certainly don't want to hear, see any emotions from them. I did not cry or anything like that. I did not show him the emotions around that. But he knew that this dog was really special. So anyway, it's just an important thing to understand that when you're working with kids and you're teaching your kids how to really be present for other people, that they have to be present for the things that are hard and sad too, and not just the happy times. Otherwise, it can make it seem a little bit callous. Although I didn't take that at all from this person because I know why they reacted the way they reacted. But it's important. It's important to be present. And it was also important for me just to tell everybody who did know her that's out there that she is no longer here. We do have our little Tessa, who is only 3 years old. She's a young dog, but the dog that passed away was 11. And we are actually getting a puppy. So the puppy, we'll be getting puppy updates. Puppy updates are going to be coming. Puppy was born the other day. And we don't know which one of the litter we're going to get, but that's going to be happening toward the end of October. So we'll be sharing a little bit more about that news. And we did that quickly because we're just a 2-dog family. We just love animals. And we thought that kind of the shenanigans and antics of having a second dog or having a puppy in our home would help us with some of the sadness that we feel around the loss of our very, very special Sadie. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you again. Some of you are going to care, some of you aren't, but I just wanted to kind of really talk about when you have someone tells you something sad that you need to really kind of give them a moment to talk about that. So I hope you all have a great day and I'll talk to you soon.